Hello in the new episode of Go Globalist in Europe. And my today guest, Mike. Mike, welcome, my good friend. So he was the obvious choice for the first guest after my break. And Mike, if you can introduce yourself.
Okay, hi Tom, thank you for having me. Well, I'm a person related with business automations, basically. For a couple last years, I was focusing on leading two companies. That one was doing services for business automation, another was selling online courses related to business automations. Generally speaking, topics around no code, the low code, AI usage in the process automation are my bread and butter.
Why you decide to switch from being like this full code developer? From my perspective, it's like you were super advanced and you have like magic skills because I'm not tech person, and you decide to go to this place what should be like entry level from my perspective, like no code. I use no code as we talked that I use in my life also, and for me it's like being full code is like whoa, next level. It's so why you decide to, maybe it's not step back, maybe I'm wrong, so if you can explain to people similar to me.
Yeah, so from technical point of view, you're absolutely right. That's a huge step back because actually, as you said, I was a full regular code developer, let's say, right? I was a .NET developer specifically. And actually, no code, low code is 100 times easier than doing regular development. However, at some point in my life, after 6, maybe 7 years of being, let's say, pro code developer, I realized that what business decision makers lacks of is understand what the technical capabilities and possibilities are. And on the other hand, no one from the technical side, or actually not many people from the technical side, could explain to the business what they are doing, and that actually, there is a old saying that says that IT can develop everything, but actually then they don't know what to develop. Mm-hmm. Because, well, we are engineers, right? We are virtual digital bricklayers. Mm-hmm. This is what we do. And in terms of business improvements, business doesn't care about what tools we are doing, what languages you are typing. They just need to, have a result. So I realized that, as you said, from the technical point of view, I took a step back, but from the business and technical mix point of view, I took a huge step forward. Mm-hmm. It was a real leap, to be more specific, because not many people has such profile, like a combination of technical understand and business way of looking at challenges, problems, you name it, right?
Okay, so why you decide to get this business perspective?
Well, from my point of view, it just, it just really thrives me. It really excites me. Mm-hmm. What I can achieve by the tools, the services that are every day, regularly, continuously appear on the market and improved from those that already exist are improved. Mm-hmm. So like I can really take benefit from my current knowledge and multiplicate it couple times by using the new capabilities that appears, like for instance ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. Because I was a regular developer, there is no secrets for the privileged permissions you can have and secure your connections. There are no secrets related to connecting to APIs. What is an API? What is the JSON? What are the HTTPS headers, etc.? It was my bread and butter. So right now I can focus more how to use the new technology instead of focusing what is API. Why it's a totally new term to me. No, I knew it already. So I can now think more ahead towards what I can use the technology for, not how to configure it the way I want it. And this is what excites me.
Okay. So why you decide to choose Microsoft as the like foundation of the company? Because I think if you decide to leave Microsoft, it will be huge difference in the company.
That's true. I mean, as you said, both of my companies are mainly Microsoft related. We are Microsoft experts. We tried to deliver solutions using other vendors like Google, but after a year of trying doing business process automation using local platform from the Google suite, well, I must honestly say Google is not ready for it. They don't have such wide range of products that can support businesses in terms of local automation. They have, of course, some G Suite Gmail, G Suite G Drive, but come on, it's not fully complete environment for the supporting back office processes. So yeah, we resigned from doing process with G Suite. There are other Microsoft competitors, of course, but none of them is so well prepared for supporting big corporations, big organizations. And this was our target, and it is still our target. We are mainly working with big companies. We are not delivering services and configuring tools for small companies, for startups. We're not doing this because the business model, the business structure is totally different amongst these two areas. So in those two businesses of mine are focused on Microsoft technologies. However, on the other hand, I'm also just launched, like on February, I launched new project, community. We'll see. Well, where it will end up. But I launched a new community project, let's say, that is focusing on different local vendors, automation vendors, not related, or rather not focused on supporting big corporations. So like I did projects or apps instructions for the Babel. I did some playground with ChatGPT. I did some plays with other SaaS solutions focused on supporting startups and small companies. So like I'm trying to, understand the overall market trends and share my knowledge.
Nice. So is it any difference for the smaller company is it something additional with Microsoft that I don't have with Google Suite? Because I use Gmail and I use Google Calendar, and it's like pretty convenient, but maybe it's some world of possibilities that I'm not even aware. But I'm asking from the position of the small company.
Well, so if you're a small company, then from your standpoint, there is no difference between Google or Microsoft, to be fairly honest, because of the complexity of your needs, complexity of a company structure, complexity of the permissions you need to set up, and the governance. No really a big deal. But as long as you're begun to grow larger and larger, you are hiring not 10 but 100 people, or maybe 1,000 people. You have a couple offices, you have couple departments, you have couple headquarters, and tens of teams that need to communicate efficiently and partial their work, their tasks, organize their everyday activities, then like Google GCU doesn't have as much capabilities in their products. Let me give you an example. Microsoft has something called Microsoft Teams, you probably know about. This tool allows you to organize, orchestrate the different projects and the communication between different teams. It also, under the hood, it already creates you a specifically for that team space in a digital space for documents. You can create an apps there, you can create automations there. You already have everything under the one very same license. So like you're paying for this, let's say, Microsoft 365 Business Premium, and in this, using this single license, every user has a number of different products like OneDrive, like SharePoint, like Teams, like everyone knows Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, blah, blah, blah. But also, what many people does not realize is that because Microsoft is integrating their products with GPT algorithms, I don't know if you're, I know that you are aware, but maybe our audience is not aware that Microsoft acquired OpenAI GPT, which was tremendous, great strategical move. They are integrating GPT capabilities with their products. For instance, if you open now Bing Edge browser, in the right-hand side top corner, you have a Bing chat icon, and when you click on it, there will be a side panel that appears with options to create, start a conversation or create a template for the mail message or create a blog post by using GPT capabilities. Everything inside the Edge browser. If you go to bing.com, you can ask Bing to search some information. And what Bing does, it mixes information that are in their search engine, but at the same time, they show you information that GPT can throw you. So like, and of course, everything there is integrated with your own company. So for instance, you can search in information only that are in your company. So like if you open Bing and search for like, I don't know, reports 2022 financial reports 22.pdf, you can only search inside documents that are in your company. You have a lot of governance tools like logging, like searching, like securing that works on scales rather than on specific items, which are super important since GDPR is very, very hot topic, not today, but for a couple years now, but it's still very valid. So like Microsoft has this scale capabilities that allows organizations to apply tools possibilities.
Besides, I have many people from marketing world in my network, and I see like e-commerce agencies, they brag about their abilities to rank and to promote in Bing because this like increasing significance since they added this AI options. So it's I think the most exciting race I ever seen in this. Now it's every day, every week we have so many announcements. Duolingo included AI. Here Google added something. Microsoft ChatGPT added plugins yesterday, and it's like wow, it's really interesting to observe. And even I check hashtags ChatGPT and checking what's going on new, and all the tools that people create based on the API,
Yeah.
but the tools like it's like worthless after a few weeks because it's already included in some options. So it's crazy interesting. But yeah, I want to ask you also, as you mentioned that you target mostly corporates. How many, what's the ratio for you between like international clients and like from home market?
I think at the end of the 22, it was 50-50. But I guess right now it may be even 60-40 for the home market. So like 60% of our projects are in home market, 40 are in foreign market. Unfortunately, because I would like to, I mean, our outbound campaigns are focused mainly for the foreign market. However, our biggest customers, which we upscale significantly, are from the home market. So maybe that's the reason, but definitely our goal is to go abroad and implement approaches, strategies, alignments that work in our home market, and now move that knowledge to other companies outside the Poland.
Okay. I want to ask also in this context, because as you create content outside our IT world, like around self-development, stoicism, I remember when we met last time, you said that you want to learn how to speak in public. And like a few weeks ago, I saw in one Instagram story of my friend from Toastmaster, oh, Mike is speaker somewhere in Toastmaster conference.
Nice.
So I want to ask, do you have any business results from such activity? Because on the surface, it's like only to express yourself, which is also great. But I'm interested maybe like this by accident effect, like I have many times. It's like super weird referrals from like Travelers World or somewhere I never wouldn't expect that will bring me clients from B2B marketing consulting workshops. So do you have something like this happened after you create this content, or just for express yourself?
So of course, I think to be successful in something, you need to do the two of these things. You need to fill the two of these needs. So one will be your personal needs, and the other will be your business needs. And in terms of my activities related to showing myself on different conferences and webinars, on podcasts like this, it must fill out the needs of my company. However, it's very hard to measure that because it's never short-term related activity results. It's like, just to give you an example of our podcasts, our personal podcast that we are conducting along with my co-founders, Draft Rozmowy. It's mainly targeted for Polish market. However, we now do it for like 1 year or maybe 1.5 years. We recorded like tens of episodes. Moreover, we on average we have like 100 up to 150 views per an episode. So it's not a real big number, right? It's very small actually. But still, whenever someone join our company, so I'm talking about the recruiting processes, or whenever a customer wants to change their own services vendor to us, they always, maybe not always, but like in 80% of examples, they told us that, and we watched your episodes in Draft Rozmowy, and we saw that you are consistent in what you're saying in the podcast and what you're selling right now to us. So like even though it's very hard to measure the success rate of the podcast, we can see from time to time that people want to build some opinion about us and check our consistency through viewing different of our activities via podcasts, via webinars, via conferences. So all of these activities to me are very long-term related, that many of them I'm doing, it begins with a gut feeling, but now I continuously doing that and I see that there are benefits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's important to remember that it's like quality over quantity in B2B space. And also, yeah, to show the trades that we do something on a regular basis, and it gives this security that it's easier to trust us. If someone built like 100 episodes, he wouldn't scam you on one project.
Exactly.
Because he invested so much. So it's easier to trust creators. And yeah, I found that also it's like makes sales process easier and shorter. It's like good examples that one founder of the software development company with over 100 developers, he watched by accident what podcast, which also had like 100 views. And I was thinking that, and I went special to Krakow, and it was, I went to the Polish mountains, and I have special clothes for this podcast, and I sent to my wife because I didn't want to bring this this clothes to mountains, and it was so much hassle, and I also regret later why I agreed again to join the podcast without any results. But it showed me that there's people from this pretty big company, 100 developers, they watch the podcast, and 1 week later they invite me to workshop, they pay in advance, and it makes this process so much easier. It was so much easier to them to trust me, to trust my expertise. So since this, I could maybe advise you that many times I create content not maybe for organic reach, but also I ask my target audience, hey, I created something that could be super valuable for you. Should I send you? And yeah, this way they can, agree to this. I know they have this need, and also they have good knowledge. So if they not qualify because they don't have budget for my help, it's great. They will implement by themselves. Great, I made this work better. But maybe they would decide, pretty complicated. We need him on board. So yeah, I definitely agree with this. So as you mentioned, the outbound campaigns, or maybe you want to add something to this content talk?
I mean, what I can only add is that there might be a chance that somehow this longevity of results are related to the target personas. So like B2B personas require to have much more longevity activities rather than B2C personas, which make decisions much more from the emotion standpoint. But it's very hard to put hard thesis because of I'm pretty young. I'm 35 years old, and I'm in the industry since for like 12 years now. And I was not fortunate enough, hardworking enough. Maybe it was not possible to test out really deeply in order to understand different strategies focused for B2B and B2C. So this is one of my, let's say, soft thesis, that it may be related to the target market, whether it's B2B or B2C, because B2B market really requires long-term related activities and the proofs of your work, of your successes, etc., etc.
Yeah, because mostly, if I buy clothes, if I buy shoes and it will be broken, I can, I lost some money and it's my problem. If I hire developer and they wouldn't do good job, maybe I will lost my job because that huge transformation. So
Exactly.
it's
Someone's
something,
responsible for that.
yeah.
Exactly.
And like I have one also corporate client now, and he always say me that many people in corporate, they are not like better skilled in marketing and position
Yeah.
creating
Yeah.
content because they have logo, the logo meet with
Exactly.
logo, that the Microsoft guy, you don't need to trust the specific salesperson from Microsoft
Yeah.
because he has Microsoft logo. So as we don't have famous logos yet,
Yeah.
we need to add this additional points to build this trust and to be credible. And yeah, that's creating for long-term content. It's one of these possibilities. So I always also I always repeat that sometimes to create content, not maybe just to expect that we have clients from this,
Yeah.
but also for our own self-development. If we can earn confidence, like Ryan Holiday says, the confidence we can boost and affirmation. Yeah, I'm super good. I'm the best business
Uh-huh.
person. But if I can show myself that I stick and create like LinkedIn posts like 2 years in the row every Monday and Wednesday, for example, it's whoa, okay, I earned this confidence. So I think it's nice side effect for doing such work.
Yeah. Long-term consistency is crucial in order to make a success, be successful in whatever you're doing. However, this consistency requires to be honest with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's whatever I'm doing, I need to just like what I do and love it. And yeah, I don't know I don't know if that's something. If that's just a side note or something that is important for our discussion, but I just thought that I will share this thought.
Nice. I think many people, they know that they should create content, but it's somehow hard. So showing like this different perspective could be helpful, especially in our situation when we want to have this global clients and we have more of them, but we are not native speakers and we make mistakes, and it's sometimes with UK clients it's super hard to understand. So I think it's to more this reference point that it's possible, and when we bring value on the table, it's still not it's not like speaking English and being in this English environment. It's different than being in Polish environment when we are mostly native speaker. Now it changed when we have more Ukrainians and we can spot who is not native speaker, and we are like most of us spoke all their life with Polish native speakers, so it's like super easy to spot. But when I heard my friend sent kid in the kindergarten in Singapore, and every kid was from a different country, like 25 kids to 25 different countries. So it's like not one this gold standard language. And yeah, there's also, on one hand, we need to create our better skill set and to provide our work, but on other, it's like many activities we can do, but many times it's like, oh, I'm not sure if this if, for example, language is good enough. So it's good to have this different point of view. Okay, I want to ask you also, so what's as you said about outbound, do you have any clients for outbound, or is that testing and you see, oh my God, it's super hard, and we have mostly from, I don't know, referrals, for example?
Let me think for a second. As you can already see, it's not a major channel for us. I mean, we're doing a lot of outbound campaigns, but majority of our customers came from inbound / network / recommendations channel. The outbound, not for the services, I think. Yeah, for services, outbound marketing is not working at all, or maybe working slightly in terms of the closed deals. However, as I said previously, customers often say that they watched our webinars or podcasts and they see that we are good guys, for instance, right? But so yeah, I mean, outbound is not strong closed deal factor.
Okay. And so what's the main channel for you for the international clients? As you said, network referrals, yes, as I understand.
So basically, it was mainly network, and it is mainly network partnerships. This is a very strong one. So, like for instance, we have a couple of big partners that recommend some to recommend us to some of their customers in specific narrow areas like Power Platform, like process automation, like delivering custom solutions, but much quicker than regular custom development since we are using low-code, no-code platforms. Yeah, so that's our main channel for approaching to new customers. Relations, network, partnerships.
Partnership. So if you can say, is it like partnership that you pay commission, or this is like partnerships that you send them clients and they send clients to you, or just you have so good quality they send clients to you and they are happy that you take care of their clients? Because it's partnerships like looks like a great channel, because you don't need to fight for this credibility, trust, because the partners say if they trust your partner, they trust you, because it's like my also favorite channel, because many times people recommend me even they weren't my client, but they like me because of my content, they attend my speech about being a digital nomad, etc. And so it's interesting. It is possible, for example, to maybe to create bigger partnership network using outbound, or maybe it's also like network, etc.
Yeah, so I can definitely agree that the partnership, the network is the best strategy, especially when you're focused on B2B and big companies. But in terms of the form of agreement, it depends, sometimes even case by case. So even though I'm working with, let's say, Microsoft, of course, okay, with Microsoft they are too huge and independent. Dependent not regionally but globally, so that they cannot form a new agreement type. But for instance, other, like for instance, vendors that are delivering Microsoft solutions, but in other area like ERP systems or cloud computing. It depends case by case. Sometimes we just share the fee. Sometimes it's more sharing our own customers. So yeah, it depends case by case. If I will need to point towards majority of the cases, I would say it's a commission.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, interesting direction for expansion. Okay, so I think we walk through different channels. So I think we will slowly say to the end. But I want to ask you about that, like maybe not so so I would guess of drafters model that was more crazy question from the end. I maybe ask something that I'm also super curious about your predictions in 10 years with AI, how our life would be, and will be still alive. Maybe we decide that humans it's not needed on this planet, and maybe they would delay us. What do you think?
Man, I mean, it's an hour discussion at least. I mean, there is something called I know that you are familiar with this idea of transhumanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is one thing. There are different theories what will happen with AI, if there will be a bad AI or good one, or just neutral. So it's an hour discussion, but at least. But if you're to make it short, to just give some prediction on what will happen with our everyday work based on AI, I think it will be it will influence our everyday work as much as smartphones do. So, like sometimes we used to say that smartphones are our third hand,
Mm-hmm.
or they are almost glued to our hand, for instance. And I think the same will be applied to the AI. It will, I mean, in the future, there will be the only possible fight will be and competition will be between people who already know that AI supports them and people who are about to understand that AI is to support them. There's nothing like in between, or something like there will be places where AI will not help us. I honestly doubt that. Maybe some crafting specializations, wood crafting, so like very, very manual stuff, maybe. But as long as you open your computer, there must be AI support.
Great. Great. Let's be close to this and use as early adopters as soon as possible. I think it's a great opportunity, and sometimes I regret that I was helping with positioning websites, even in Onet and the Polish directories, but I didn't stick to this. And now I see, okay, this next huge window, and to be close to new revolution.
Exactly.
So thank you for today. Thank you for this new insights. Even we talk a lot in our lives, I learned something new, so it's great. And I hope this also new perspectives for our listeners. And if you can and you can mention when everybody can find you on internet, what's your internet corners?
My internet corners. Oh well, so first of all, my companies. Okay, maybe it's not related to me specifically, but definitely I can recommend watching developico.com. I can definitely recommend the No Code Masters project. There is a site, nocodemasters.com. There is our LinkedIn channel. There is a YouTube channel. Personally, I'm mainly active. I'm mainly active on LinkedIn as a ABC Guzowski toggle, and on my personal website, michalguzowski.pl. I sometimes publish there some blog posts. I'm not that active on Twitter, even though I have an account. I'm not that active on Instagram, on Facebook, even though I have their account. So you can find me there, but I'm not publishing much.
Yeah, LinkedIn's the best.
Exactly. LinkedIn is the future. I mean, in our area, okay? If I will be doing fashion, I will probably be on Instagram. If I'll do politics, I will do Twitter. But since I'm doing B2B services and technology, LinkedIn is the main channel to me.
Great. So thank you.
And,
Tom.
And all the links will be below. So see you.